All right. Welcome back, y'all, to another week, another episode of the No 304 Show. I'm here with my co-host, my brother Blu-ray. What it do?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Doing good, man. You got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, Queen.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Kay.
All right, Miss K in the building. How you doing? All right, so we're gonna get down to it. Y'all in the chat, y'all hit that like button. Share the video on all your social media, all that good stuff. And we know y'all probably watching basketball and all this stuff because I had the show set up for 10 o'clock because I had to run some errands with my daughter, but we finished early, so I ended up setting it back up for the regular time. But so I know that probably threw y'all off a little bit, but it's all good. So make sure y'all hit that like button as you enter the building. Share the video. All right, let me see what we got up in here so far. Random thought. Salute to you, homie. See you in the building. Gabe Moore is in here. AB, what it do? Tamir Ali is in the building. Black Attack, salute. IGM Tim, what it do? What it do? Jalen Hudson is in the building. HC Boxing, salute fam. Young Abel, what it do, Abel? See you up in here. Abel been ripping and running all day, man. I've been seeing you everywhere, Abel, on every podcast. But anyway, let's get to it, y'all. We got some interesting topics for y'all today, so let's get down to it. See what we got here. First things first, man. This is some diabolical, nasty work here, but we're gonna start it off like this here. Get your thoughts on your reaction.
Men have been taught their entire life to treat a woman, but not what to expect from a woman. But women were taught their entire life what to expect from a man and not how to treat a man.
Oh.
Blu-ray, what's your thoughts on that quote he just dropped?
Man, it's crazy that you play that video because I was just telling someone that men, we were always taught chivalry, right? It's expected of us to open doors. Like if a young man takes a young lady out on a date, it's expected. And if he's being raised by his mother, hey, you should open the door, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? But young ladies are not taught. And it's, I'm good we have a young lady on the platform today. From my observation, and I could be wrong, but a lot of times these young ladies are not taught chivalry towards a man or how to be a gentle woman. We're expected to be a gentle man, but when are our young ladies going to be groomed to cater toward the young men that they're dating or the young men that seek interest in them? And I know for me personally, anytime I took a woman serious, it was always that extra effort, that reciprocity that the woman would give on the behalf of dealing with me. So it wasn't a one-way street. A lot of times you deal with women, there's a silent expectation that you need to do this, you need to provide this, and they expect this. But when you got a woman that shows interest in you, not just you showing interest in her, it makes the relationship bubble a little better in my opinion.
Okay, yes indeed. Miss K, what's your thoughts on that? Want me to play it again?
No. I was raised. Well, actually, I was taught to treat right. I mean, to do right by men. I wasn't raised up to be a wife or anything of that sort. I was just raised to treat people right. So that's what I do, and that's what I cater through life, and how I charter through life.
But what about were you taught? I'm pretty sure when you were younger, men opened the door for you. Like, what is that one thing that you brought in a dating phase to a man that a man would be like, man, like I didn't expect that.
Running a shower, I would say that I do that, and I did that in most of my relationships. I
All right,
ran
hold
a
on. All
shower
right,
for them.
now, watch this. You skip from dating to the bedroom. Because
No,
if we get
the
listen,
bedroom,
hold on,
but
okay.
that's
If we get to the point where we take a shower, it's up and it's stuck. So I'm not you moving a little bit too fast.
I'm
I'm just talking
sorry.
about something just outside while you're dating. Like I said, a man is going to open the door for you. A man, like he's going to open up the door to the restaurant. He's going to open up the car door. What is something that it don't even have to be you? A silent expectation that you could teach a woman, or if you had a daughter, to teach your daughter or how to make a man chivalry towards a man.
I couldn't answer that question.
So is it safe to say that honestly, just being transparent is not the it is what it is, that you've actually never been taught that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, I think for sure. When I was raised in a household, my parents was married. My father, he was the man of the house, and I was always told to conduct myself a certain way, treat a woman like this. You know what I'm saying? Even man, please. But I'm talking about even just every little thing. I was raised to. A woman is a gentle flower. You got to protect her. You got to do all that. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that. But I noticed that when in newer generations, all right, the generations after mine, or even sometimes in my generation, the elder in the family, the woman who used to teach and pass that knowledge down to the younger women, I'm noticing that woman don't really exist no more. They used to get a game down to the younger women. Now it's more so, women who have been scarred, got a lot of baggage, a lot of trauma from dudes and stuff, and that now they teaching they granddaughters and daughters to be independent, don't trust no man, don't do this, no that, and the man can feel that. If a woman don't trust you, you can feel that, and you ain't never gonna really give her your all if you can feel that she don't trust you, and she ain't really. When a woman really commits to you, it's a feeling. It's a great responsibility, but it's almost a feeling of what's the right word? It's a feeling of peace and relief, if that makes sense.
Okay, but 7-8, let me interject real quick. But what is that thing that the older generation, what is that thing that, now I know Kay expressed that, hey, she was to run his bathwater. That's one thing that she pride herself on. Her man get home, et cetera, et cetera. She's gonna run his bathwater. And we know a lot of women that when it came to in the household in the older generation, they were very domesticated. But I'm saying, like in a dating phase and just treating a man nice, right? Just treating a man nice. What did the older generation teach women in just treating a man nice? I'm talking about when it comes to dating.
Oh, okay. You saying was the woman right now they're not being taught nothing good. I mean, they're being taught to everything they're being taught is about sex. Everything they're being taught is if you want a man, you gotta do this. If you want a man, you gotta do that. Oh yeah, you gotta blah blah blah. But so it's everything sexual. You know what I'm saying?
So but you're saying this about the older generation, right?
No, I'm talking about right now.
But what I'm saying, what did the older generation teach the women when it came to chivalry?
Oh. Okay. Well, I would say this. The women in my family, and people get mad when I say this, but I know it sounds like simple things, but it's not. It means a lot to me. Whenever I go by any of my female cousins' house, when I go by my auntie's house, anything, I don't have to get up and make no plate. If I'm hungry, the women naturally, any woman, it don't matter. It's not like a girl, I ain't making, he can make his own plate. Nobody does that. They be like, oh, go get him a plate. Go with what you want. That's just simple. That's one simple thing, right? When two men are having a conversation and we arguing about something, if the conversation getting heated, usually women don't interject and get involved because women can complicate those situations and all that. Now you might have, if the conversation getting disrespectful, Big Mama got veto power. She can jump in and say, hey, y'all shut the hell up or something. You know what I mean? But other than that, women is not going to get involved when two men is having a conversation or a debate because typically, women tend to complicate those situations and dudes start showing off in front of women and stuff like that. So I think that respecting a man's position of authority in the household, if he handling his business like a man, then he should be respected like a man. I think that the women used to learn and know that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So it's safe to say that when it comes to chivalry, we really can't pinpoint anything when it comes to a lady catering to a man, because all right, when you talk about making a man's place, that's inside the home. Remember, the example that I gave is opening doors, showing chivalry in that aspect. So it's safe to say that there really are no gestures that we can really think of that a woman can do in a dating phase that shows chivalry toward the man. Yeah. Is it safe to say that I can't pinpoint it, Kay can't pinpoint it, and you can't pinpoint it when it comes to the dating, just dating, not being inside the home, something outside the home that shows the man that he's special?
I think that there are things women can do, but they not doing it.
Okay, give us an example.
Okay, like I said, if you can tell when a woman respects you as a man. When a woman listens to you when you're talking, she's not eager to cut you off. Oh, keep your thought real quick. Hey, but listen to this. That reminds me of this time and all that old stuff. I'm not talking. No, a woman who listens to you, you can tell when she's listening to you. She's hearing what you have to say. Okay, I respect. I like women like that. You know what I mean? Who listen and not cutting you off and not feeling like what they gotta say is more important than what you gotta say. You know what I mean? A woman who waits for you. If I'm walking into a restaurant with you, okay, and a woman who waits for me to address the hostess and stuff.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, because some women feel like, well, they so used to being by themselves, they'll walk right in and be like, we want table for two. Oh, we want this and this and that. But some women are raised to know, let the man take the lead. And I appreciate women like that.
Okay, what about a woman running?
Yes,
what about a woman running into a man that she knows, and she's on a date with you?
This is how I would say, if she on a date with me and she run to a guy she knows.
Hold on real quick. Hold on a second before you go to. Hey, how would you handle that? How would you handle a situation where you're on a date with a man that you knew that you're brand new with, but you're spotted by somebody that's like an old friend? Like, what is your how do you handle a situation when you come across something when you cross paths with an old friend?
I'm mature enough to ignore that, and I just hope the next person is mature enough too, so I can continue my date or whatever, and they can go on about what they're doing.
Okay.
So I don't want to, I don't even want to speak to the past.
Well, let's say y'all hadn't even dated; it's just a platonic friend.
I mean, if we still connected somehow, yeah, I say, hey, what's up, whatever the case may be. But if not, no.
Okay, but if you speak, see, now you just said you spoke, right? Now me, and I'm gonna see if 7-8 agree with this. Like, if you're gonna speak, I think the next thing you should do after you speak to that gentleman is introduce that gentleman to the person that you're with.
Yeah. I think so too. Like, this is the best thing a woman should do to me is if she see, because them situations can get awkward if the dude like if he a player and he see her and then he ignore her and keep it moving, she ain't gotta say nothing to me.
True.
Now, if the dude see, this is what dudes do on the slick hate. Dudes want you to know that they know her.
Right.
So what I've been on situations with dudes, they'll look.
I have too.
You'll catch a dude staring. He'll stare at her, and then his body language suggests he know her. So now, if I see that the girl is fighting tooth and nail not to look at him back, I say, yeah, he must have smashed the gas on this. So I'm like, okay, so what's going on? Like, so now I'm curious. Now, if she sees him and she say, and she nod or wave, and then she say, hey, yeah, I used to date him. Oh, this is messed up. I used to, okay, cool. Now that's cool. Now at least she told me right away, so now I know what it is, and I know now everything he do now. I know he hate because she never told me they used to date. But if she try to, oh, I don't know what's going on. Nope, no, I don't like that. I don't like that whole little vibe. I was in a restaurant with this girl, and she got up to use the bathroom, and the dude who was sitting at the table um, across from me, he was with a female. He was like, he's like, hey man, how long you been knowing her? By the fact that he asked me that question, I already know she for the streets.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm like, dude, this dude with a girl, and he come asking me how long I know her. I said, oh man, I just met her. I said, what's going on? He's like, oh man, I think my little nephew used to mess with her. I think that's his baby mama.
That's being messy.
Yeah, super messy. So I'm like, I'm just sitting here like, why would he tell me this though? So even his girl he was sitting with was like, she was like, shut up, like they ain't none of your business type stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, nephew, baby mama, like, so what? Like I ain't asked her. I mean, who cares, right? So I'm still now I'm he irritated me because I'm like, okay, why is this dude? Why did he say that? So when she come back out the bathroom and sit down, so she's sitting down and blah blah blah, and I noticed she acting a little different, like she acting differently than she act around me. I could tell she's showing off a little bit. So I said, nah, that ain't how he know her. He smashed the gas on her, even if that is his nephew, baby mama. He hitting that, or he was hitting it, because she's showing off. She doing the most. You know how you could tell when people doing the most. Like she keeps standing up, finding the reason to walk and show her booty. You know how girls do. Because like, women are very careful. When they don't want somebody looking at them, they know how to conduct themselves like a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's a creepy dude around, oh yeah, they know how to cover themselves up. But when they want to be seen, yeah. So I started seeing her. I said, yeah, she's trying to make dude jealous. So he probably used to hit it. And now he with another chick, so now she trying to make him jealous. I said, okay, I see what's going on. So yeah, I did my old trick with her. I act like I had to use the bathroom, left the bill right there with her, dipped out. Get up out of there. But let's go to this next clip. See what we got here. Let's see what we got.
Sacrifice your whole life to get here. And you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna get my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, and now you start breaking down the numbers. It's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. Yeah, this job that I sacrificed my whole life for, they are giving me that. I didn't ask for the certain dollar amount or whatever, but we weren't taught about no financial literacy and all the way. We weren't
talk about it all the time.
We weren't taught this skill. And
all right, so that was Odell Beckham talking about. I guess he's looking for sympathy about $100 million contract over 5 years and going broke or having money issues, and he's saying that people who ain't got it or never had it always talking about what they wouldn't do and this and that. So he's trying to explain all the problems and stuff you gotta do when you got that kind of money. Blu-ray, what's your thoughts, man? Any sympathy for Odell?
Well, before that statement, he actually said that if you look at my bank account, that I'm set for life. So I don't think he's struggling financially.
So somebody cut it. They clipped it.
Yeah. Before that, he said I'm set for life. Like he literally made that statement that he's set for life. So he said, if you look at my bank account, I'm set for life. So I don't have nothing to worry about financially.
So he good.
But what he alluded to is just basically not respecting money. buying houses and cars for your friends and family members and things of that nature. And I go back to like what Shannon Sharp, he did commentary on this. He was talking about how if you buy your parents or your mother a $1 million house, okay, you have the money to buy it, but it's the upkeep that's going to be the issue. Right. Paying the bills, paying the lawman, plumbing, a new roof every so many years. So that's the thing, that if you're going to be spending money on your family members, are they able to keep the upkeep on whatever you decide to purchase for them? And so if they're not financially able to sustain the things that you've blessed them with, then they're going to come back relying on you for you to spend your hard-earned money on them again and again and again. And that's where the issues come in at, because as soon as you tell them no, a lot of times that's where the bumping of the heads come in at no diddy when it comes to the family members and friends. So he was just talking about just not respecting money, spending money loosely when you have friends and family.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the brother Tony Snow in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. He says y'all reviewing the Diddy documentary. We'll do that next week. I really don't want to watch it, bro, but I'm gonna watch it just for y'all so I can review it, because you know how I feel about it. 50 Cent the cop, man. He always been a cop to me. But sister Ms. K, what's your thoughts on the situation? As far as what he said about financial literacy and $100 million contract over 5 years.
Okay, so from my perspective, if you're going to have this type of contract, you're going to have to know how to budget it. Now, you don't have to have a good 10 bedroom home with a 9 bathrooms. You don't have to have all that. I don't know, his situation or anything. That's how many kids he have and all that. I don't know. But if I had that contract and it's only me, I'd be only cool with, driving a Honda Civic around, or, having a condo that's only, a 2-bedroom condo. I'm cool with that. So it's all about your lifestyle and how you live and how you eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because at one point in time, you would see Odell Beckham with a crowd of people everywhere he went. Yeah, and he was making a lot of videos, having fun all the time. So I'm pretty sure he was footing the bill in every event, every time they go out to the club, every time they go to do something recreational. I'm sure he was footing the bill. And it kind of reminds me of MC Hammer, how MC Hammer talked about he kept a 30 people entourage everywhere he went. And when the money left, none of those 30 people were there to support him and help him get back on his feet. So, these athletes, like you said, they're not taught financial literacy, so they don't look at the taxes, right? How much taxes is going to be taken out? They don't understand that. Hey, I need to get an LLC and then put my LLC under my escort. Buy this inside my business name. Put myself on a salary. You know what I mean? Let my NFL money go to the business. Because I'm employed by the. In so many ways you can play with the money and escape a lot of the tax game. You know what I mean? You just have to be smart and have the right people advising you. So,
Yes, sir. And I it's like this. Like I said, financial literacy matters. It ain't just 100 million. That because like it's people out here who don't have no money, but then as soon as they say, well, if I had this, if I had that, as soon as they get, it's people out here who can't budget, $200,000, and they coming from nothing. I'm talking about people who was on welfare, and you give them $200,000 a year job, they're gonna spend it like it's $1 million. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be in debt. They're gonna owe Capital One $30,000. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be crazy stuff. They're gonna spend the money before they even get it, and that's just that's a passed down bad habits that they go on a lot. But once you have some money and lose it, you learn. Blue-Ray fell off. He'll be back. Once you have some money and lose it and fuck it off, doing stupid stuff, running around here wasting it on jewelry, cars, and all the goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That I used to do, and you blowing all that money. You know, you start reflecting. When you get grown and you got responsibilities, you got kids, you got grandkids, you start reflecting on, man, boy, I wish I had that 70 grand right now. Man, I'd do this and I'd do that if I had that money right now. Man, I wish I. Oh, now you got an echo. But yeah. So you got to learn the hard way sometime. You know, if you're not and the crazy part is I was financially literate. My father taught me the game, and taught me about credit. He taught me about how to budget and save money. But you know, I wanted so badly to stunt. I want to stunt. I want to act the dog in the strip club, and you know what I'm saying. I want to throw money, and I want to, you know what I'm saying. So I want to do. I guess the peer pressure overpowered my common sense at that time. You know what I mean? But as I got older and wiser, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I got some money then, I said, yeah, I'm going to start buying some houses immediately. So I started buying, and I had to make the houses work for me. You know what I'm saying? So, they became rentals. You know, ain't no way I'm going to just have a house, you know, unless I'm filthy rich. I ain't going to have no summer house over here and a house over there. And like he was saying, you start buying houses for all your family members. If they can't keep up with the maintenance, you still paying the taxes on it. It's really still your house. You got houses everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to pay. They're going to be hitting you up. And then they ain't going to hit you up. They're not going to hit you up in November and say, hey, man, I just got the tax bill. You know, the taxes is $3,000. I don't got it, man. They ain't going to say that. They're going to wait until next November and tell you, man, they talking about putting me out. You know, I need $7 grand and woo. So now it's like, damn, you're going to feel like you got to give it to them. Otherwise, you just wasted all your money on buying them a house in the first place. So it's like you all in. Because I just spent $175,000, $200,000 on this house for them. And I'm not going to let the bank take it back for $7,000. So I'm going to go ahead. So fuck that. Can't do it. Nope.
And who's to say that your family, should come up when you come up?
Right.
There's no law.
I agree.
And the saddest part, that's a silent expectation though. And I talk about silent expectations all the time, but in reality, it's a silent expectation that if you're rich, your people think they're rich. And that's how a lot of family members. I had a buddy that was in the NFL, and he literally told me that his family would only call him when they wanted something. He said they wouldn't call and say hi. They wouldn't call and just check on me. He said as soon as my phone rang, somebody asked him for something. And he was like, this is my same auntie that I grew up with in the projects. I didn't have nothing. My auntie loved me. She looked out for me. But now she don't look at me as a chick.
They
say the love of money is the root of all evil.
Man. That's for sure.
It's sad, but that's true. Let me go to this next topic here. Let me see here. This is crazy, man. Let me see.
A good man isn't soft. He is not convenient, and he damn sure is not always available for you. A real good man has discipline, right? He has boundaries, and he has priorities of his own that do not shift based on her mood. And guess what? He's not bending his values just because she's upset.
That's exactly what I was
thinking. A good man is not controlling. He creates the order. He doesn't want chaos, arguments, or drama. He wants respect, clarity, and peace.
Yeah.
And this is where women get it confused. When she's never met a mature man, she will mislabel everything. She'll call him cold because he doesn't tolerate any nonsense. Yeah. She'll call him selfish because he takes care of himself. And she'll call him narcissistic because he refuses to beg for approval.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not selfishness. That is maturity. A man who refuses to be drained, used, or manipulated. Good men do not move from insecurity. They move from conviction. They will not ever chase drama. They do not chase attention, and they sure as hell don't chase validation from women. They build, they lead, and provide structure. And here's a harsh truth. Most women aren't even ready for the responsibility that comes with being with a good man.
Right.
Because a good man isn't an emotional roller coaster. He is not unpredictable, and it's not a game. He is stable, extremely consistent, and has direction.
Right.
And for women addicted to chaos, wounded by the past relationships that they were in, a good man isn't soft. He is not convenient, and he damn sure is not always available for you. A real good man has discipline.
Right.
He has boundaries, and he has priorities of.
Okay, I really wanted to play that for that part what she said about the whole most women, a lot of women are not prepared to deal with a good man, and that's the part I really want to deal with. You can talk about anything she said, but because there's so many women, especially on social media, they be like, oh, ain't no good men out here, and this and that, or ninjas ain't this and ninjas ain't that. But I'm just thinking, okay, as a man, I know plenty of good men. I do. I know plenty of good men, and I also know dudes who just, we all know dudes who ain't shit. But I know some solid good dudes who want families, dudes who want to be married, dudes who got good jobs, they got 401ks and shit. They got dreams, but then they get, these same men are having the most problems in their relationships. You know what I'm saying? They having the most problem because the women who they want or the women who they got either don't appreciate them or don't know how to keep them happy, or just think they a dime a dozen or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that is, but all the dudes I know, this is just real talk. All the dudes I know that don't give a fuck about a woman, they go out here and sleep with who they want to sleep with, live like a dog. They ain't got no worry in the world about no shit. They don't care. They always got a place to sleep. They always got some money in their pocket. They ain't arguing with no chick. They just going to the other chick house. All the dudes who care, the so-called good men, is the ones who going through the hellfire. What's your thoughts about that, Sister K?
I think a lot of people out here have a chip on their shoulders, and until they figure, who they are as a person, yeah, I think they'll go a long way in life. But I think a lot of people out here don't know who they are.
But how do you feel about what he said about how the men that are living their best life, not investing in women, sleeping with different women, they're at peace, they're having fun, they have plenty of money, but the men that are in committed relationships, they're breaking their back for their family, doing everything necessary to be providers and protectors and meet that standard, they are the most stressed out. Not across the board, but we know a lot of men that meet that mold. Because you think about it, grandpa worked 65 years, worked for years, retired at 65, 70, whatever, and then sacrificed for the family. And some of them in a few years just passed off. And then, grandma reaping all the benefits, which is, if that was the goal, was to provide for the family, that is what it is. But now you got men that are younger, having heart attack, strokes. Like I said, I know a guy right now had a stroke, and his wife basically told me that, hey, I have a lot more life in me. That was basically code word for, hey, I'm not finna wait on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh.
So yeah, 100%. So deal with what 78 said in that regard from that, because I know when you be on my platform, you see a lot of stuff that I post, and I post a lot of stuff toward women. And I'm not trying to down women. I'm just saying, hey, listen, men go through just like women go through, but men are choosing peace, whatever the peace is for themselves selfishly, over trying to please a woman. And so that's why a lot of women are experiencing what they're experiencing in the dating pool, because men like, listen, I'm not gonna deal with none of that. I'm gonna do me. I got plenty of money. Women want me. Why I gotta sit up here and listen to your mouth, and you not even really that attractive, because all you gonna do is we gonna get together. You gonna get lazy. You gonna make me feel unappreciated. You're not gonna cater to me, and you're gonna gain some weight.
Yep.
So,
But
what you think about that, Kate?
I applaud the men that's out here living their lives, their best lives, single lives. I applaud them. I do. But the ones who's in a relationship, I think I ain't gonna, may sounds kind of mean, but they should have thought about it, Should have had that thinking capacity. Um, it's everything right now is not a rush situation. I think that's what you're trying to get at.
No, okay. So it's just like love, as the word said. I think that they're stressed because they're not appreciated at home or loved the way they desire to be loved, and that's so true. Because, like, hey, you might love a man, right? But you might love a man based on how you want to love a man, not what that man needs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So a lot of time, and I know 7-8 can attest to it because 7-8 is married, right? And I'm divorced. A lot of times we'll throw that back signal up there. When we have an issue, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Absolutely. And in a minute, we'll just shut up.
Yeah.
We're just, okay, boom, because I told you what I expect of you. I told you, I articulated what I had an issue with. And now you don't respect me because you're not changing it. And if you're not going to change it, I'm not going to deal with it. And so then I'll go, I'm not saying it's right, I'll go get it what I desire from somewhere else. Not saying it's right. I'm just keeping it 100. You understand what I'm saying? And now the woman is crying and she got an issue. Now I'm no good, but I communicate you what I desire. I wanted you to love me a certain way. You want to love me the way that I need to be loved. And I told you that, but you made me feel like you didn't appreciate me. So I'm going to go where I'm appreciated.
Yeah.
Marriage isn't for everyone. And that's what they should have found out in the earlier stages of dating before getting married. There's people out here that's in a relationship right now that ain't even married. They've been together for years.
Yeah.
Okay, respectfully, you still didn't answer our question, but go ahead, 7-8.
Sorry, I'm trying, but
no, I think that a man, a good man. Okay, when women say they want a good man, you have to know how to treat that good man. Once you get it, like kids want a puppy. I want a puppy. You're like, okay, we can get you a puppy, but do you know what comes with a puppy? Do you know that you're going to have to clean up after the puppy? You're going to have to watch this puppy. You're going to have to walk this puppy. The puppy going to get old. The puppy going to get old after a while. You ain't. It's not going to always be the little cute little puppy. You're going to have to, you're going to grow with this puppy. It has its responsibilities come with this. The puppy going to grow into a full-grown dog. And children don't understand that. And I think a lot of times women don't understand the responsibility of what comes with having a good man. Because see, anybody can have an ain't shit person. Yeah. I can have a house full of hoes over here. Easy. so could you, Blue Ray. You got a house. The sister, 100%. Sister K. She could have a bunch. She could have 5 homeless bum ass niggas living with her right now if she wanted to. But to have somebody that actually means something, that's actually of value, okay, now a responsibility to know how to treat that, how to nurture that, how to keep that, what you say you want. You have to know how to water that plant. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of it? Oh, okay, you show it off for a little while. Oh, look, I got this beautiful plant. You show everybody. You take pictures and put it on Instagram. I got this beautiful plant. But you don't never give it no water. You don't never put it in the sunlight. The plant gonna die. Okay? And then sooner or later somebody gonna say, hey, girl, what happened to that plant you had? You used to post it out. A real pretty plant. Oh, girl, I forgot to water it and it died. That's what you did to your relationship.
Bro, this is gonna be funny, bro. I told myself, bro, I would not date a woman who can't keep a plant alive. Bro, I swear, bro. I'm telling you, fellas, You'll know if a woman is attentive and a nurturing woman, bro. Date her and buy her a plant, bro, and see if that plant be dead within a month or two. I'm telling you that 9 times out of 10, her mama or granny ain't taught her nothing. I promise you. I'm tried. I'm telling you. Date a woman, buy her a plant, bro. I'm telling you, if she can't keep it planted out, bro, good luck.
Hey, there's some truth to that, though. There's some truth to that. Because you know what? That's actually an excellent strategy, because that's actually real dope. Because a plant is, you can easily forget about a plant if you don't give a fuck.
Woo!
If you don't give a fuck, you can easily forget. You have to care to have that plant stay alive. Yeah, that's deep there, brother. I think I'm gonna steal that one from you.
Yeah, no, bro. Listen, that be my thing, bro. If I date a woman, I buy her a plant. She can't keep that plant alive, bro. I'm telling you, she is not going to be a nurturing person, or she wasn't taught by her parents, or because usually grandma and them, that was a thing. Think about it. When you went to a woman's house in the 70s, bro, it's plants.
Right.
And I wasn't even born in the 70s, right? But it's just the thing about that, you know, you have plants that cleans the air in the house. You know, so it was so many different plants for so many different purposes. But that's just something that I always, that in the back of my head, bro, because I remember when I was younger, I used to always go to, you know, I was raised by my grandmother and shit. I always kept a plant right there in the kitchen window. You know what I mean? Right there by the sun. Like, and so that was my thing. I'm like, and as I got older, I'm like, that's the nurturing side of my grandmother. So I was like, man, I'm gonna start buying women plants when I date them and see if it dies.
Hey, that's good though.
But you know the crazy part? You'll buy a woman a plant, bro, and they will tell you soon as you meet them, oh, I don't know how to care for no plant. I'm telling you, I swear to God.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, my mom still got plenty of plants. I grew up with plants all in the house. She took care of them. She loved plants. You know, but you know, nowadays you go by a chick house, they got them artificial Walmart plants, hanging, you know, little fake trees in the corner and stuff. You're like, that's a nice little plant. She's like, oh, that's fake. That ain't real. Oh, diabolical. What's up, love is the word. Shout out to you. What's up, flexing homie? I see you. Let me see here. Let's see another topic we got here. All right, now this brother here. It's funny, but it's a little disrespectful. But he going at this girl for her delusions.
Black woman would have spoke to you if you paid for her groceries. Instead of a hi, if you said a, hey, can I cover your groceries? I think you're a really beautiful woman and I'd...
Shut your fat ass up. You damn near got $250,000 in food stamps in that fucking buggy. You think we Jay-Z? Anybody about to pay that fucking money for to come talk to your fat nutting ass? Nobody about to pay that much money for to feed you and them thick ass churn you got there. Fat ass churn you got. I don't even know your churn, but I know they fucking fat. Big bitch.
This dude, they caught me off guard, bro. This man crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Kay, what you think about that, Kay?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
He disrespectful.
Okay, outside of being disrespectful, do you think there's some truth to that?
Yes, there's some truth.
Talk to us.
I would offer a treadmill.
McKay, that ain't my responsibility to keep you healthy.
Yes, it is. Y'all want to nurture, right? Can y'all be a provider?
So I should seek interest in a woman that's overweight. And then if I get with her, it's my responsibility to help her lose the weight. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. But it goes to say, what type of woman are you into first? Let's start there. A lot of men are not into big women, but they got beautiful faces, right? But they want to get with them and try to push them to lose the weight.
I don't deal with big women, so I can't.
Well,
I can't even.
I think what this guy is talking about is the overall. He's using her weight as a comeback to insult her, but what he's talking about is the fact that she got the audacity to say that if she in the store and she got a cart full of food, instead of a man trying to holler at her and ask her for her number in the store, she wanted the dude to be like, it'd be nicer if he came and offered to pay for her groceries. Like that's kind of ridiculous. Like if a man sees you in the store and he wants to try to talk to you, his first, if a man meets you and the first thing he do is lead with his wallet, he's gonna always be a sucker to that woman. She always going to ask him. He gonna be the dude she texts, hey, matter of fact, she ain't gonna text you. She's gonna send you a Cash App request. That's what's gonna happen.
Definitely.
So, okay, you think that's a gesture that a man will wow you with in a grocery store is offering to buy your food for you?
I don't want a man to buy anything for me because I'm very well off to take care of myself. Now to come through and fix on a couple of things like work on my car and you know what I'm saying, little things around the house, okay, yeah. But I don't want you to pay for my food.
Yeah, but that's what the man was saying, that she's entitled. She think it's sexy instead of a man asking for a number, like said they were saying, for him to ask for a friendly gesture to pay for her groceries, and you know she's overweight, right? And he was talking about it. He said, you know, them kids, she got some big kids too. So
she's not entitled to that type of. I don't really think no one is entitled to going inside a grocery store and buying food and stuff unless you're married, unless like you're maybe I will help you out if you're $10 or $15 short on your food. Okay, cool, I could do that for you. But you're not entitled to buying a whole freaking 2 or 3 buggies worth. That's on you. You went to the store.
But what I'm saying, a man making this friendly gesture wouldn't attract you at all.
No.
It shouldn't attract her because a smart woman gonna see that for what it is. You got a dude who's leading with his wallet because he feels like he can purchase her because he's lacking in another department somewhere. So either he's emotionally lacking, either he's not gonna be faithful, whatever. But if a woman takes that from you right away anyway, you already. I teach my daughters from the jump, like, don't take nothing from nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that because don't nothing come for free. All right. So you don't take nothing from nobody. Don't let nobody woo you and all that kind of old shit. Motherfuckers, trying to finesse with that stupid shit because, you can tell how a girl was raised. And you can pretty much tell if she sell that thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you right away let me treat you like I can purchase you, okay, then I'm going to always assume you're going to assume I'm a trick. I'm going to assume you a hoe. That's just how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the relationship going to end up. But the topic of the show, man, I want to get y'all opinion on this. Somebody asked me to talk about this. He didn't send a video, but he wanted us to talk about to tackle. He wanted 5. He's a young brother. He's out here in the dating world, and he want to know 5 types of women he feel like we should avoid. Well, he should avoid while he's meeting these different chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, Blu-ray, give us your take first, man.
You want to drop the link just in case anybody else want to chime in real quick? Since this the last subject.
Yeah, let me drop that link in here.
All right, do that real quick, and then I'll once they come up, we'll do that. But Miss K, before I give my assessment and give my answers, what type of women would you tell the young man to avoid, and coming from a woman?
My brothers, I would tell them to stay away from the woman.
Our brothers, yeah.
I would tell them to stay away from the woman that's sending out cash apps.
So a woman is asking.
Venmos.
So hold on. So a woman is asking for money.
Yeah, asking for money or anything of that sort. Stay away from them. A woman that has multiple kids by multiple men. Stay away from them.
Okay.
A woman who's always begging and doing all the most and out here with no clothes on. Stay away from them because They selling our body. What else? I just want my men, because I have 6 brothers myself, and I tell them the same thing.
Okay.
Just wait on wait on God.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say the link is in the chat, y'all. Anybody want to come up and join the conversation? But for me, in my opinion, and then this is it's more than 5, but I'll just say 5. I would say, me personally, in the beginning stages, when you're just getting to know somebody, so you don't really know them fully yet. So you just the stuff you got red flags you got to look out for. If you are on a date with a woman, okay, and I don't even know if people still go on dates no more, these youngsters. But if you spend time with a woman and her face is constantly in her phone when you're trying to talk to her,
Thanks.
you know what I mean? If she keep going to her phone and she cares so much about social media or whatever, that's a red flag for me, right?
Yeah.
Another thing, if she the social, that's all wrapped into one, the social media thing. I don't really like the chicks who like constantly posting themselves on social media because they tend to act like, oh, it's okay if I show my, she could pose and show her little butt on Instagram or something. That's supposed to be cool, because it's just Instagram, right? But you got a bunch of dudes on there, and then if you tell them like, hey, I looked at your Instagram, you know what I'm saying, and I see there's hella dudes in there flirting on you, talking about your body and this and that. Whoa, that's disrespectful. Oh well, I just feel like that's controlling. That's controlling. She try to gaslight you and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now I ain't got time for that bullshit. That I would say, yeah, a begging woman for sure. I can't stand. Listen, I'm a man, so if you with a man, you already know a man gonna make sure you good, okay? But I don't like begging women, okay? If you in trouble, that's one thing. But if I've just met you and you already, hey, I was wondering if you can do me a favor. I was wondering if look. So what was you gonna do if you never met me? What was you gonna do if I wasn't here? Because you just met me on Wednesday. It's Friday. So you got this life changing situation, and now you just have to have this. Hey, you got whoever you was gonna call. If you didn't meet me, call that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like begging women because if you, it's just like giving a begging person some money in your family. If you don't say no right away, they're gonna keep doing it. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. And then when you try to say no later, that's when they're gonna act like you ain't never did shit for them.
Yep. Every time.
Yeah. I can't believe this nigga gonna say no. Like, what the fuck? I done said yes 20 times. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do. That I would say a promiscuous woman in the sense of this. If you're looking for a girlfriend, a woman, somebody to be yours, a woman that is, forget the promiscuous part for a minute. I'm gonna say this: a woman that is, because you don't know if she's promiscuous just yet.
Yeah.
A woman that is a deceiving woman. I can't stand a deceptive, sneaky woman. That just irked me, boy. It irked me to the. I can't stand a woman that's always trying to, thinking she clever. And some dudes like that kind of stuff. Like for instance, a woman who is in a relationship, and you ask her, you say, "Hey, you got a man? I'm in a situation. I got something like," and then some dudes will keep the conversation going. I'm not talking to you after you just said you got a man, but you willing to creep on him. That's what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I got a man, but I'm willing to creep on him. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're talking about. That's what that sounds like when you say you in a situation and all this old type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So a deceptive woman, because if a woman ain't nothing player about you smashing another dude chick. And I'm gonna tell you why. In my opinion, if that chick does this to this dude, no matter what story she tell you, he ain't shit, and he ain't this, and he ain't that. And then men is good for sitting there listening to this bullshit too. We listen to the girl hating on some dude. We sitting here like, yeah, it's fucked up. That nigga, he did that. Damn, that's fucked up. All because you want some pussy. But then your stupid ass fall in love with her. Now she your girlfriend, and she doing the same thing to you with Rod Neal and shit. What's up, Rod Neal?
What's going on, y'all?
Yeah. I don't trust no woman to cheat on a man ever. I don't care if she sleep with me. I never trust her.
Absolutely. What's up, Rod Neal, bro? What's your thoughts on what we cooking on?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, first of all, salute to everybody.
Salute
the panel. First, I don't know if I got 5 off the top of my head, but basically, got to pay attention to whether or not the person like you. First of all, listen, like people like you, they don't really make things overly difficult. Relationships in general are really not that difficult. People make them difficult. So if you sitting there and you trying to reach out and contact a person and it seems like they can't contact you back, or it's taking them a long time to contact you back, listen, I'm not wasting a lot of time on people like that. Because listen, people make time for what they want to make time for.
100%.
People like to use it behind, I'm very busy and stuff like that. Not to say that you should always just give up 100% access, but again, when somebody's interested, people make time for it. So a lot of times, brothers, especially if she look good or look a certain way, you allow yourself to be put in these certain trick bags because you just trying to get on, or for whatever reason, right? But pay attention to those signs like that. She really don't like you like that, bro. That's how you end up getting used too, or getting put in the friend zone and stuff like that because you just be hanging around for no reason.
Right.
Then the next thing is too, just pay attention to how she talked to you, fam. Like I saw this. It's been this video going around about this pop the balloon about this girl, man. That's built all types of crazy. She's in there talking crazy to people about politics and everything. And I mean, like her attitude just disgusting.
That's my nasty.
And it really ain't even about how she built. It's more about, I know, like she was talking about politics and stuff like that. And it ain't even about her politics and wanting somebody to be aligned with her. It's just that it was just how she was talking to them, telling them dudes like, get out my face and all this stuff like that. I'm like, dude, it's just outrageous, man. It's just like, there's a lot of audacity going around here with people, man. You know what I'm saying? And the way she looks, she needed to pick a struggle, man.
I think we posted that today as a short on the platform. I think I did.
Yeah, and you know what? I saw that Blu-ray, and I had been seeing the videos. People been doing reactions to it beforehand. And one thing you was definitely correct on for sure was that it was mostly women that was tearing her up. Even the women was like, the dudes was really being too nice to her. You know what I'm saying? Usually,
100%.
Usually you don't get that. Usually, you get the sisterhood take up for them. But yeah, they was like, yeah, the dudes they held back. They shouldn't have, man. So they tolerate so much disrespect from this chick, man. And it was unnecessary. I don't know if she was trying to just look for a viral moment. It ain't, but it was disgusting work, man.
Yeah, man. I didn't see that yet. I started watching that Pop the Balloon. I think I watched a few of them, but it got on my nerves so much, man. Them people coming on there just being rude and arrogant and disrespectful to each people, man. I'm like, bro, people be talking to people like this, man.
Absolutely, they do.
This is crazy, dog. And yeah, and the only one thing good about the show is it do expose how shallow a lot of people is, though. Because I done seen some people women pop the balloon on the dude as soon as he walk out. I don't like his pants. I don't like this and that. I'm like, you big goofy. You don't even like. You could change the dude pants. Like you don't even know who he is. You don't know what he do. You don't know nothing. But see, a lot of times, first right away, physical attraction means a lot to everybody. So people try to pretend like it's just men. They're like, oh, men are visual. Men are visual. Men need. No, women are too. Women are too. Because there's plenty of good dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? But nigga got 2 teeth in his mouth. He ain't getting none. You know what I'm saying? Well, he could have $3 million. That nigga got 2 teeth in his. She ain't gonna give him a chance. As soon as he say hi, she nope.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean?
Hey, Seven, you mentioned something, and this was while I was trying to log in. You was talking about how chicks be in their phone, and I'm gonna point this out. In a lot of cases, we starting to see now, chicks going online and complaining about they go to singles mixers,
Mm-hmm.
and not a lot of dudes showing up.
Right.
Well, one of the reasons why they not showing up is because they not trying to be a part of your story. What I'm saying is that when you see photos, the chicks used to be sitting there, they scrolling on their phone, dude try to pop up, try to talk to them, you disrespectful, you scrolling on your phone, you not acknowledging them, and then when they try to talk to you, you being all short. Now, I'm not saying that you got it. If you're not interested, that's one thing. But we just talking about a level of respect. No dude, listen, it's already, difficult enough as it is to put yourself in a position to get rejected. If you a dude and you've been trying to holler since forever, since you in your early teens, you already know what come with it. But at the end of the day, you know your strikeout rate is gonna happen. But that don't mean you need to be disrespected though. And a lot of dudes now just don't want to put themselves in that situation where, okay, rejection is one thing, but now you disrespecting me. And then not only that, you liable to turn the camera on me. Now you trying to go viral, try to make me seem like I'm a creep or something. It just get crazy, fam. People looking for viral moments, man, and just be trying to, they messing the game all up. Again, people have really made this dating situation a whole lot harder than what it should be.
Yeah. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. That on them dates, man. Sitting down, and like I ain't never been to one of them the mixer things, and they ain't really my speed. You know what I'm saying? I usually just old fashioned way. You know what I'm saying? If I want to talk to a chick, I go, go talk to a chick at a bar or restaurant or whatever, wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But that mixer thing always just seemed to look. I'd be uncomfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't like feeling like I'm applying for a job. You know what I'm saying? Talking to a chick, I don't like that because then, yeah, that kind of give them a sense of power. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And feeling like girl, please, I will talk about you. I promise you I will. Don't be talking to me like I'm some chump, you know, because
But you
they'll
know
do
what's
that.
funny? But you know what's funny though? Like even now, man, like you see dudes, like you talking about like how we used to do it, right?
Yeah.
You see a chick, you in the club or whatever, and she dancing. You may roll up on her. You already know how the game is go. You roll up on her, she gonna do the look back test, right? She gonna look back, she gonna
Right.
see she feeling you. Now, if it's only one of three things gonna happen. She look back, and then she like what you're doing and everything like that. She gonna stay there. That's number one. Number two, she gonna look at you crazy, walk away. Or number three, one of her friends gonna pull her away. But again, as a dude, you already understand that, and you just take the L. But now it's not happening like that for these dudes. So you pull up on a chick, and the first thing she doing, she trying to go live on Instagram.
Man.
And now she trying to embarrass the dude and be like he thirsty and stuff like, "Hey, dude." Now I get it if he done tried to holler at you like 5 times and you done told him no and he just keep coming. That's different. But a lot of times it's not happening like that. It's just people looking for this instant fame with their phones, man, and
Well,
messing the
yeah.
game up.
The phone is because the internet is giving everybody instant clout. So people doing that, and people want, and or even like I be saying this, right. Like y'all know why I go I like to spend time like in hotels and stuff. I go to different places, just treat myself right. But like if you take a female that ain't used to nothing to a nice spot, to like let's just say a nice hotel room that she ain't used to being in, she might be used to regular hotel rooms, right? But she not used to no suites and stuff, right? With balconies and all that. So she'd go in there and then she just oh man, this nice, and then start acting like a kid and want to take her phone out and record, go to Instagram, be on the balcony talking crazy. Yeah, what you bum ass bitches out here doing? Look at me, look at me. I'm on top of the world. Look at me. And like, what the fuck? You know.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, can I get in the jacuzzi? Yeah, go ahead. So then you be feeling like King. I'm like, yeah, okay. She feeling this. No, shoot. Wait till I let her order some room service. She really gonna drop the draws. You know what I'm saying? This chick ain't nowhere. You know. But that's what happened though when you don't. These girls don't get exposed to different things when when they're younger. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to make sure my daughters ain't gonna be easily impressed by goofy stuff like that. That's why every Valentine's Day, I wine and dine them. People say I shouldn't do it. Man, roses, candy, everything since they was babies. I do it teddy bears. So whoever they get with, he gonna have to come with it. Cause my babies is used to a certain type of thing. And you know what I'm saying? And I should have started posting what my daughter cooked. My daughter cooked Thanksgiving this year. She cooked Thanksgiving she hooked it up.
That's
Hooked up everything.
That's what it do.
Yeah, she hooked up cakes. I think the only thing she didn't make was the pie. Then my wife made the pie. My daughter made everything else. And then Emily was busting. So, but
no, I hear you. Like, we do daddy-daughter dates. We, movies, ball games, anything, fam. Like we spend that time because I'm right there with you. Because again, I don't need you when you, like my oldest. I got two girls, so my oldest, she's 14, and so I don't need you getting out here 3-4 years from now, and somebody, you just getting mesmerized by a whole bunch of goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That you should be exposed to every day. Even just basic stuff on really just on expectations, right? Thing is just what you should really expect from a guy, right? Now, you introduce things, like I said, she's 14, so you introduce things at her level. Of course, right? But I mean, I try to do the best I can with that for real. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I know that at certain points she gonna knock her head on her own, but you want to just make sure that, listen, like you got a base that you can always come back to. Hopefully you don't make no mistakes that you can't come back from, because we all make. Because even then, like I have both my, still do have both my parents, and they still together, 51 years. And so I, in my 20s, I was out there doing dumb stuff, and I knew better. But again, once I came to myself, I had something to come back to for a family structure. Then it was like, okay, I seen the blueprint, and this is how I want my family to be built. So I give all the credit to that. And still to this day, even like when I look back on stuff or look at certain situations or decisions I'm getting ready to make, it's nothing for me to pick up the phone and call Pops and be like, man, Pops, what you think about this?
Oh, yeah.
I'll never feel like I'm too grown in my 40s. It never feel like I'm too grown. So.
For sure. Yeah, you ain't never too grown to talk to Pops, man. That's beautiful, man. And another thing too, to the young homie who was sent me that message, wanted us to talk about that is you wanna, I mean, your instinct, and of course you're gonna want to impress the woman, okay? But you gotta make sure you ain't doing it in a way that is out of character, to where you're not being yourself or something like that. You know what I mean? If you're gonna impress her, then impress her with being who you are. You know what I'm saying? And then she can impress you with accepting who you are. You know what I mean? But I don't try to overdo it. Don't try to flash no money and do all this extra stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The dopest thing I ever seen on the date, man, was I wanted to go to, because I like steak. I'm a simple dude. I like steak, potatoes, that kind of stuff, right? So I went into the steak restaurant called, I think it was called 5 o'clock steak or something. It's downtown Milwaukee. Went to the steak place. So I like porterhouse steaks, right? I'm gonna give me a porterhouse, big dumb porterhouse or a ribeye. And let her get what she want to get. So I had reservations. She said, "Well, what?" She said, "Well, you got reservations at a steakhouse?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "What's it called?" I said, 5 o'clock downtown. So she was like, "Oh," I said, "Why? You don't eat steak?" She said, "Yeah, but that's expensive." I said, "No, no, I got it. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm taking you out. I'm treating you." Yeah, but I'm not gonna enjoy the food if it costs like $300. Uh, why don't you just let me cook for you real quick? I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, just if you're gonna spend some money like that, just just drop $50. I go in the grocery store and then I'll cook for you." Bruh, she did, and I'm telling you, that was the best date I ever had. And you know what I did? I married her.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Married her.
Nah, that's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah,
because like, and even though I'm divorced, my ex-wife, what made me marry her was her standing out, doing things in the dating phase that normal women wouldn't do. She wowed me because she would treat me good outside of me treating her good, and I wasn't used to women just treat me good to the extent that she went. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So when I talk about that reciprocity, understand that we're dating. That means you're trying to impress me just as much. I'm trying to impress you, and I'm not saying to the extent where we're going out of character. I'm just saying from a pure
Right.
place.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was to give the young man any recommendations, uh, the plant thing might be a little overboard for the younger generation because you know what I mean. But it's a lot of substance in that. But what I would say is everything, and y'all ain't gotta listen. I promise you, this work. I'm telling you, every type of woman the Bible tells you to stay away from, believe it. Because if you read the Bible literally tells you what type of women not to deal with. And I know it's a lot of people that believe it's a white man's book. But how does a white man book describe the main character as a black man? We're not gonna go there. We're gonna leave it right there. But I'm telling you, that book tells you what type of women to stay away from. Also, like the social media thing. Don't ever date a woman. You go on her social media and she has a picture. I'm talking about she has any pictures where her butt is the main focal point. If she got a picture where she turned around and the camera is on her butt, stay away from her. I'm telling you that right now. If you're gonna date, always remember this. You need 2 summers, 2 winters, 2 springs, 2 falls. That's just my personal preference, right? You need to see that person in different seasons of their lives because different seasons bring on different aspects of the individual. Not only that, do not be afraid to have real hard conversations. I know a lot of time us men, we don't want to argue. No, you have to get it off your chest. If you see an issue, you got an issue with something, do not hold it in. Me as a younger man, that's where I dropped the ball at, not wanting to have confrontation. So you know what? I just won't say nothing. Nah, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm saying it in love, and then you have to see her response. So those few tips right there are a few things that I tell any man. Uh, 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 had a hard conversations. Peep out. She's looking for attention from other men, stuff like that. Make sure you get at least two winters, 2 springs, 2 falls, 2 summers, and make sure that the type of women the Bible tell you to stay away from that woman. And my last tip is find out everything you can about her family DNA. Is it any homosexuals in her lineage, in her family? Any pedos in her family? You know what I mean? Anybody that's abusive in her family. You want to know what's in that gene pool and what's in that family tree, and if it's something that you decide to deal with.
What's her relationship with her father?
Oh,
What's
100%.
Yeah. What's her mother's relationship with her father? All that kind of stuff is gonna matter later on. If it don't matter how fine she is, all that other stuff is gonna matter later. You know what I mean? And you don't want it to matter when it's too late, when y'all y'all 2 kids in or something. You know what I mean? So you got get to that stuff now. But a lot of brothers don't want to have them tough conversations, like you say, because they don't want to argue, and sometimes they just don't want to talk themselves out the coochie. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to start no shit where the girl get mad, so they ignore the certain warning signs, and then that stuff come back to bite them later on, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, y'all right about that. You know, a couple things. Again, before me and my wife, when we got married, we actually, we went through premarital counseling. It wasn't nothing wrong. But we went through premarital counseling.
Right.
And the thing about it was, again, we've known each other for 6 years before we got married. But the thing about it is that the questions that was posed to us forced us to have certain conversations or look at certain things in ways that we had never really looked at them before.
Mm-hmm.
So can you imagine now you done been married 6 months, married a year, and then certain situations come up that you never really established a foundation or had those conversations, and now you're in the heat of it, and then it can cause a real strain on your relationship, unnecessary strain on your relationship. And so that's definitely one of the things I was thankful for, was that, because certain questions come up about, finances and spending habits and who doing what and what's supposed to be like this. And I was like, dang, it just started stuff that you don't necessarily think about because you just caught up in just, okay, we about to go to this next step and move on. But it's so much bigger than you just having that wedding. And like you said, you have those tough conversations, and sometimes you having a conversation, you don't really know which way it's gonna go. You like, man, I already done bought this ring and everything like that, and I have to do something different if this ain't going the way I think it's gonna go. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, I mean, so it's tough. I could have been like a sucker and been like, not had the conversation, but then I could have put myself in a situation, and then 5 years later, it could have been a whole lot worse. Especially if we had kids and stuff like that, and then now I'm separated from the family.
Mm-hmm.
So you just never know. So again, I definitely agree on that, and I also agree what y'all talked about reciprocity too, because like again, same in my relationship, we, like I said, we met in college, but we was on and off, and so we wasn't even really fooling with each other like that when we graduated, but then we ended up reconnecting. So when we reconnected, she was actually living like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me. So I was driving most of the time whenever we reconnected. But the thing about it, when you talk about reciprocity, Blu-ray, yeah, when I went down there and stuff like that on the weekends and stuff like that, we went on dates and stuff. But you know what? A good portion of them time, she was just like, I see your effort. I see what you're doing. Don't worry about it. I got you. Even if we were like going bowling or something like that, she was like, I got it. Don't worry about it. Like this time, I'm worried about it. Or better yet, don't worry about going out to eat. I'm cooking. Or something like that. And I never asked her to do it, but it told me a lot, because she could have been like, why you ain't taking me out or something like that. But it's like, dude, I done worked all day on Friday, then I done drove down here to be down here on the weekend and stuff like that. But in a lot of them cases, man, she was like, I see what you're doing. I see what you putting in. You getting in the car, you've been up all day, then you get in the car and you come down here and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. And I appreciate it, fam. And that's why she's still here to this day.
Yeah. And see, a lot of men drop the ball because they pursue the woman that they like, and they don't embrace the woman that actually likes them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know 7-8, he preached that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So 7-8 can elaborate a little bit on that, but I'm into who's into me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never really been that guy to approach women. That ain't never been my game. If I'm out and about, if I see a woman, my first thing is to make eye contact. If she smile, boom, I got her. But I'm not gonna, if she's not paying me no attention, I just walk up, hey, Miss Lady, how you doing? You beautiful. Or what's your name? That ain't I'm not doing it. I only go where I'm invited, because if I'm invited, then that's less red tape that I have to deal with and go through.
Right.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to AB in the super chat with the 5 piece. Appreciate the support, bro. Says thank y'all for the good game. Yes, sir.
And then somebody I read a comment. I know a lot of times we don't read the comments, but somebody said that she's raised to be a wife. You got to be careful with that because you have and I'm just gonna say Caucasian women. I'm gonna use Caucasian women for an example. They are bred to be wives, but they are bred to be wives to the extent where they would do anything necessary to win. So that's even if they would entertain you, make love to you, do everything to you, and not even like you. It's all about security.
Yeah. They looking at this as a game of survival.
There you go.
Yeah, they're gonna get up in there and I be trying to tell people, man, them women right there, them is the most deceitful, the most cunning women on the planet. And they'll make you feel you be walking out the house feeling like you on cloud 9. And as soon as you gone, she's smashing the gas on the neighbor and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And somebody gotta tell you, yeah, I seen Jim Bob over there at your house when you went to work. You know, Jim Bob was over there, all that old mess. You know, but man, them people, please, man. I told you.
So when you talk about a woman being raised a wife, they are being raised to be wives. Like Caucasian women, they usually are raised to be wives, but their mothers teach them survival only. That's all they care about is coming out on top. That's a fact. I've seen it time and time again.
Ruthless Truth is in the building. What's happening with it, bro?
Hey, 78 Sports TV. How y'all doing? How to the panel?
Salute, family.
Yeah, I thought this was an interesting conversation. You know,
yes, sir.
Right down my alley, of course.
Yes, sir, brother. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I just think I do agree, and this is what I do love about the women now. And I'm not saying it's the best thing for them, but I love their transparency now. Women are starting to evolve into being more transparent instead of deceitful.
Mm-hmm.
To me, a lot of men are complaining about that, but me,
no, I like that.
Yeah, me, I'm celebrating that. I feel that that's a small victory, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather her be transparent with me, so then I can make the proper adjustments.
That's right.
So if I'm going to deal with this woman or not.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of men are still in this illusion, right? They're under this illusion of what a good woman is, and that when the women are saying these things, they're saying, "Oh, they haven't been up, they haven't seen a good family, that they haven't experienced a good man, or whatever all the excuses are." But in reality, what they should be is understanding that at least the more information you have, the better you are to serve your happiness, your self-happiness. Because I believe we got to start being selfish too.
Yes.
I really think anybody who's trying to sign up to make somebody else happy is a damn fool.
Facts.
I agree.
And this is, but a lot of us homies are doing this stuff. Like we're literally breaking and bending over our back to try to make these women happy, and we still get left. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So
good evening. 1 second. Go ahead, Rufus.
Yeah. So what we
dating apps.
I had to take him off. I don't know if he's trolling or what, but he came in with that running his mouth stuff. Go ahead, brother Rufus.
So what we need to do is embrace the new modern woman. We got to, and we also got to put ourselves first. We got to start putting ourselves, just like they put themselves first and being self-centered. We need to do the same thing. We got to master energy, because all this traditional and granted, I'm not like going to get angry or upset at the homies, because it's hard to break this ideology, because all our lives growing up, now even by nature, we are providers and stuff like that. We are built to come in and have a family and stuff. But be honest with you, them days are gone, right? It's gone. The women are moving to independency. They no longer want to fake it to make it. They're saying, hey, just like the brother said, the independent mindset, the self-worth, self-value that they're displaying here, and they're saying they don't need a man. We have to match energy and say, well, yeah, we love you guys. We think you're beautiful, but we don't need a woman either. Although we still want to build with you, we still want to find a woman that we're compatible with, but we need to find a woman that's understanding that we both got to put into this equally.
Right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay, do you have any thoughts based on what you heard from the gentlemen, all of us on the panel?
No, they did well.
Okay, Miss K.
Yeah, no objections, no nothing.
Nope, no injustice. Everybody has their own opinion, own thoughts. They did well.
Yes,
that don't sound good. That don't sound good there.
No,
that last part kind of let you know there's a bit of turbulence.
She might have to get more comfortable. She'll be more comfortable when she come on here again. But I agree with what the brother Ruthless was saying about men having to be a little more selfish. You gotta start. I mean, yeah, man, you gotta start taking care of yourself, man, and making sure, because like you say, for everybody talking about it ain't no good men out here. I can't tell, because so many of the brothers that I know so many brothers that have sacrificed. Somebody said this too. This is what they said. This ain't my quote. This is somebody else's quote. They said a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family, and a woman will sacrifice her family for her
happiness.
That's diabolical, but it's true. Lord have mercy. BVO, what's happening with, bro?
What's going on? How you feeling, General?
Chilling, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, you know what? I think you make a good point. I mean, somebody like me who's been married this year to be 12 years coming up.
Hey, congratulations.
Appreciate you. It's tough, man, because one thing I've learned, because I always give my parents a lot of heck for it, but it's hard to be married, man. It's hard to be married because one thing I learned, nobody cares when daddy's upset. Nobody cares when daddy's going through something. But one thing for sure, if something happened to mommy, the whole house is out of order.
Talk about it.
It's tough, man, because I'm one of the blessed ones where I got a chick who was a really good woman, wasn't a whore, excuse my language. And I think something like that is so rare for people. I'm 35. It's rare for people my age to even get that, because by the time guys are ready to settle down, she's so ran through, you really can't do it. But you really got to find, when it comes to getting somebody, you really got to try to find them while you're young. I know people get mad when you say that, but you got to. Yeah, you got to, because if not, you're not going to be successful. Especially with these new, as you call them, 304s out here now. I mean, it's some girls that'll kiss you in the mouth if they've been out all night. It's a bad.
Hey, I done seen it. I done seen that in real life.
Man, me and my cousin was, I don't know if you guys ever seen like them long driveways where you can drive down it. I remember my cousin was staying with this chick at the time. We seen her get out of the car with the dude. She kissing the dude, sliding down. And then after the dude leaves, he going and confront her. And I remember being a little kid, listening to her lie to him, crying. I mean, she was crying like a newborn. Was it with no guy? No guy wasn't here. I mean, we literally seen the nigga walk in and out of the place. And she just, I'm telling you. So, yeah, you had to be there to see it.
Yeah.
She was crying dude, I thought she was Chinese, man. She was crying that hard, man. And you know what my cousin said? Some of the most sucker stuff I ever heard in my life. Well, maybe I saw it wrong.
What?
I never want to be a sucker like you. That might sound bad.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
She cried that hard that he felt bad. That's what he said. He felt bad. And I laugh at him to this day because he got a baby with her, paying $1,500 a month. And it's like you kept having kids with a girl who would lie to you and do. It's rough out here, man.
Man. Some of these brothers is some of these brothers desperate, man, and they be with chicks they ain't got no business being with, but you can't tell them nothing because whatever she doing for them, you know what I'm saying, is better than what you telling them. You know what I'm saying? So they thirsty. I know a few brothers like that, man. They know they getting cheated on, And one brother literally, I said, bro, why you stay with her when you know what she doing? She messing with dude at her job. Dude told me, he said, man, dog, the thing is, she come home, man, and she still make time to cook. She still make time to take care of business with me in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The kids is taken care of. Like, man, I ain't tripping on all that, man. Only time I trip on it is because everybody keep getting on my case about it, man. If people just, I say, hey, don't worry about me getting on your case no more. You a willing fool. I'm not gonna say nothing. Go ahead and do your thing, brother. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he's content with that because maybe he feels like that's all he worth or all he can get. You know what I'm saying?
So when you read the super chat, I want to expound on that a little bit. I got a little different way of looking at that.
Okay. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, cook on it. Shout out to my brother Divine Photos in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation, fam. As I always say, move accordingly. If a woman is showing you signs of misandry, keep it moving. You can't save them all. Stick to those that like you for you. Salute, homie.
So,
yeah, brother.
So I hear the sentiments because that's kind of old school.
Mm-hmm.
But I do see another side, right? And I might get a little pushback. That's fine. Maybe the brother realizes it ain't greener on the other side.
Yikes.
See, that's the thing about the women enemy we have to understand. It ain't sometimes it ain't greater later. You may the delusion of happiness is the greatest enemy in any relationship. Because you might look outside and look open the window and the grass might look so green, right? Until you put your white shoes in and get it all dirty and green. You're like, oh, I don't like this no more. Mm-hmm. And the humility the brother's showing, right? And it's a tough pill to swallow. You know, he probably struggled with it for a long time, but said he probably looked outside the window and saw things differently. Like, man, what else is out there for me? Right? Can I do better than her? Is the next woman I get going to be guarantee me faithfulness and security? Matter of fact, she might be worse, right? So I'm just saying, this might. I mean, and this is really, really sticky area. This is why a lot of men end up signing up for stepdaddy roles, right? This is pretty much the same thing, right? So you're getting into a relationship with a woman with kids, but a lot of them have to do it because the single women are just not. They're just not. You know, they're not ready built. So what I am saying is, the guy who had the girl and they had kids together, and she's out seeing, maybe having sex with multiple men, whatever, right? But she's taking care of him and taking care of his needs, what he needs, and he's keeping his family together. And then he also think that, can I do better? That might be the better situation for him. I'm just saying, it might be. Because if he leaves her, last thing, if he leaves her, right? If she, let's say, she follow our instructions, right? Man to man, we know how we feel, nigga. You supposed to leave, nigga. What the fuck you doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, what you doing? You stupid. She and he said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna listen to y'all. The next woman to get might even be worse. She might give him herpes. She might be right. It is very difficult in 2026 to find a stable relationship. Forget marriage. Relationship.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a goofball, but there's always room for a man who wants to do the right thing. There's always room for that because if we being real, I can only speak for Cleveland. It's 11 to 12. It's like 1 to 12 here. For every one man, it's 12 women. So you telling me they got whole artists like Summer Walker, my little cousin, you know, she a young hood rat coming up. She told me about how girls her age is aspiring to be side girls. When did you ever hear that? You only hearing that now because there is a shortage of guys that's gonna do the right thing. Me, I will jump off the Empire State Building before I do some stuff like that. It ain't never that lonely because the thing I learned as big as I thought Cleveland was, it seemed like it'd be the same few guys, you know, back when we was doing it, we all hit the same girls, the same few guys.
Yeah.
It's just kind of how it works like that. A lot of these dudes don't be getting no play, man. So if you're not getting no play, man, you got to get your pockets up.
Yeah,
That's what mom used to tell me. Get your pockets up.
Like me, bro. I like, you know, I've been single for 5 years. Like, I don't have a problem with getting women or getting good women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a bunch of quality women. I ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna sit up and play and act like I am. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do when I want to, and it's gonna stay that way. You know what I'm saying? I was married for 5 years. You know, we was together 10. But where I'm at in my life right now, I don't want no relationship. So, you know, my focus right now is more on my children and getting them where I desire them to be and focusing more on them. So I don't have time for a woman that's gonna be up in my personal space. If she ain't trying to add or multiply, she gonna divide or subtract. So right now, where I'm at in life, I don't have time for that. So either you just gonna, you know, you gonna get on the program, you know what I'm saying, play your position, or you gonna get off the team. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
So me and you, Sports TV, we move like the same, right? But yeah, I have the same ideology. But what I am saying is this, though, Sports TV, and this is for the record. The average man don't have the ability to move like this. Some men are built just to be with one woman, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So that guy being in that position is what he's built to do. Everybody just can't just jump out. You know what? I'm getting rid of this woman that I worked so hard to get, and I wasn't even getting nothing like that before I met her. And I finally met her. Now she's doing all this. We done been together 8-10 years. We got kids. I know what I'm not built to do. I can't get out here and just go find women because there may be some things I'm missing, right? I may not have the swag. I may not have the mouthpiece, right? It's so many things that a person has to have to be successful or at least navigate in this market, right? Out here to leave a whole family. It might be in their best interest individually to stay where they're at.
But
you know what I'm saying?
It might be in his best interest financially, but the thing about it is this. Let's say, okay, because he might be worried about the kids or whatever, right? First of all, with the way she moved, I wouldn't even trust her if those was my kids. And on second of all, I highly doubt he ever got a DNA test just by the fact that he accept her messing with another dude. I know he ain't got no DNA test.
Oh wow.
No, I know he ain't. Like men who allow a woman to mess with another dude, they ain't getting no DNA test for what? For what? What's the purpose of getting a DNA test? Because you ain't going nowhere anyway. So you ain't gonna do it. I know he ain't did it.
Yeah, I think the major factor of what y'all explaining is mainly because I've heard a lot of men talk about the whole family structure is being in the same house with the children. I think the children in this situation, from what y'all describing, is mainly the determining factor with a little bit of insecurity.
Yeah, it's insecurity. And what's up, G5? I see you in the building. What's up, Ricardo? The thing is this though, he like he's insecure about some stuff, right? And he feel like he can't get nobody else or whatever. Okay, but whatever. And to me, it's not worth living like that because you are sacrificing your pride, you're sacrificing everything to be with this woman. But the moment at any given moment now, you saying she coming home, she giving you some and blah blah blah. Okay, but whenever she feel like she don't owe you nothing no more, I don't have to do that. I want to be with this other guy. I want to be with somebody else. Okay, then what? What happens then? What you do? Now you go to plan B, cry. Please, baby, don't leave me. Come on, I put up with all this.
I wouldn't even want none if there was even a inkling of a thought that my woman was out dealing with another man, then try to come home and please me.
Bro. It's what's the point of that being your woman? That could just be your prostitute friend, your homegirl. Why do you? You know what I'm saying? Why do you need? You can have, and the cool thing about a prostitute friend, you can have 5, 6 of them. You ain't got to have no kids, Bob, and all this stuff. If you know she pleasing some other man,
and then for TV, it's too late. He's in love with her.
Yeah, but
he's not only is in love with her, he's in love with the family.
Yeah, because he's an idiot. But
no, let me say this, 7 days. emotional suicide is not easy to just sign up for.
No, it's not. It's not. But physical suicide comes is gonna be a reality being in that situation, because if you putting up with this nonsense, that's not normal. Now, this woman, she owns his emotions. She owns his emotions. At any given time, she feels like, you know what, I don't feel right. I'm doing him dirty. I'm just finna leave him because I can't do right by him. I'm finna leave him. That nigga gonna lose it. He gonna go ham. You gonna read about him. Either he gonna do something to himself or he gonna get rid of everybody in the house.
But Seven, I got a question for you. You got to respect that this is majority of all marriages, because we do agree that happy wife, happy life is the ideology.
That's an ideology. That's not true.
No. Yes, but I'm saying it's ideology of men who happy wife and happy life is to make sure the marriages get through, right? Because this is the overwhelming way of men thinking that, okay, and let's take the cheating part out of it. That's extreme. That is tough, right? I'll give you that. I can take it. But most men are beta, right? And most men worship women. So that's why when the women start acting the way they act, because there are many women in there underperforming in their homes, underperforming to the duties which they bow to do to the man that they said they love. And a lot of men are turning the other head to keep the family together and stay intact. So it's almost essentially the same thing without the cheating, right? The other one just has a form of cheating. So I would, and then on the last point, most men, I'm going to give it like this. I'm going to keep it real. Anybody who's married past 5 years is happy wife and happy life. Just period of that. Point blank. And so he's just a product of and I'm not saying, let me put it, I'm not saying it's a good ideology. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's healthy. But I am saying, and that's to your point, but I am saying is, this is what us men have to accept why us men aren't married, like me and you, 7 Sports TV, right? Because this simple position right here is just not the position we ever want to find ourselves in.
Well, I disagree, because it's I don't think that if you marry over 5 years, that's you happy life, happy wife. That's like saying, because a girl told me one time, any man that's been in prison for longer than 5 years is a homosexual. That's ridiculous. That's it. I don't believe that, because it's a lot of, because to say that's true, that's like saying all women are the same, and it's not. A lot of women handle their business. A lot of women do what they're supposed to do in marriages, and they understand their roles and stuff like that, and they respect their man. Now, it can get funky later on, you know what I'm saying? She can get big headed and start acting a fool later on or something like that. But I promise you that ain't no way in hell that happy wife, happy life stuff is fake and fraudulent. Because a woman can be happy. A woman can say Apple Jacks make me happy, and you could buy her a lifetime subscription to Apple Jacks. next year what's she gonna say next year? I'm tired of Apple Jacks.
Hey, I used to hear my dad say this old saying of women always want more, because you had Eve in the garden say, "This ain't enough."
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You got a situation where okay, if you know what I'm saying, I know I ain't trying to get all spiritual. I'm just saying, but if God say, okay, here, all of this is yours. Mm-hmm. You are the commander in chief of all this. All I want you to do is don't mess with that tree right there. Everything else you can have, right? So he doing what he's supposed to do. He listening to God. Then this broad, she go over and listen to Eddie Hearn. She listened to Eddie Hearn creeping around on his belly. You ain't gotta listen to him. Why you listening to him? Then she come tell her man, "Oh, how you gonna listen to somebody you can't even see? Oh, you listening to another man? They women still doing that mess. You listening to another man telling you what to do?" And look, there you go. There go the game right there.
So
the game fucked up.
So I want to introduce this to the gentlemen on the panel, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Because what you said, 7 Sports TV, is kind of lines up right with this. I believe women, and this is 100%, I believe this is universal. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe women are universally enslaved to the emotions and the way they feel.
100%.
So with that being said, if she's enslaved to emotions and the way she feels, we all can agree that emotion, anybody who enslaved to that is very unstable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that because
happiness is fleeting, right? Emotions up and down, just like my man Gia just playing Apple Jacks, which was a very great analogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why it's a fool to try to sign up for somebody else's happiness, because happiness is fleeting, love is fleeting. Anything that's emotion, deal with feelings is very up and down and can unhinge if compromised at any moment. So this is which brings me to this point. This is why the happy life is such a prevalent and real ideology, because when a man is tied to his wagon to a woman, he is tying his wagon to her emotions and the way she feels, which changes throughout the relationship and marriage each month, each week, each day.
Daily.
See, I don't agree with that though. I don't agree with that because one thing I'll say, and I'll be honest, man, I got married at 24. Nothing's perfect, but there are times when you run into that person who's just a straight stone cold partner in this game, and y'all gonna do it together, and y'all gonna win together. I'm not saying you're gonna have ups and downs. It's really off. You really got to pick the girl that likes you. A lot of people try to pick somebody that they like. No, pick who likes you. Whoever likes you is going to go hard with you and make it happen.
But here's the one key point you're missing. A woman would never love you more than she loves herself.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either. And the thing is, you got people who have not been married a long time giving relationship advice. That'd be the hard thing too. If you could, how can you tell me about women when you haven't been with that same woman to tell me what they would do? I looked at a lot of the old school dudes. Them dudes was married 30, 40 years, 3 houses, 15 cars. You can't tell me that what they doing doesn't work. That partnership does work. My granddaddy could barely read and write. Brother had 3 cars, 3 houses. I mean, he did his thing.
Right now,
he had a woman to show him to do the business. He went and got the money.
But I think we're conflating the context of what the brother said, because he communicated about how women are enslaved to their emotions, and to not acknowledge that is going against the biology and the structure of a woman. So I understand what you're saying, but what he's saying is true, because even if you're in a relationship and you're a wife, you have a wife that's down for you, she's still going to be irrational when it comes to how she feels, because every conversation is going to be, well, I feel. Right. That is the biology of a woman. So you can have a woman that's super emotional but still solid.
Right. But that's let me get my brother Drew Titan. Shout out to my brother Drew Titan, LLC in the building. Shout out to Drew with that 5-piece. He say, historically, biblically, financially, the wrong woman will F you up if you allow it. Indeed, brother. But to go back to what y'all was saying, though, I agree that women are emotional. We all know that they're emotionally driven. But I disagree with what the brother said at the end about a woman will never love you more than she loves herself. I don't believe that, because I listen, bro. I'm not. This ain't nothing to brag about, bro. But women have done some stupid shit for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some stupid shit, you know what I mean?
And I've seen women do dumb stuff for men, bro. I'm talking about the dumbest stuff you ever think about.
And what even kills that even more, they got a whole series called For My Man. So bro, you can't even say that.
Look, I'm talking about you have to be a master, because women, and the wise men understand this, because women are driven by their emotions and how they feel, you have to be a master at manipulating the way they feel. You have to be a master of making them feel good. You understand? So even when they're pissed off and you've been out all night and you fucking around and their sister calling them, telling them some shit, you have to know what buttons to push to make them feel good, because then you can get some good sleep at night. Now, you might feel like shit in the inside, like, man, damn, I'm a dog-ass nigga. But if you understand the nature of woman, that's what it is. Until you tired of playing that fucking game, you know what I'm saying? that's the game you're gonna have to play until you tired of playing. Either
Kay,
But
since you the only,
I also
Kay, hold on
hold on.
real quick, y'all. Kay, since you're the only woman on the platform, do you believe that women are enslaved to their emotions?
Most definitely.
So I just want to say this for the contradiction, because my brother said earlier in the stream that a woman would sacrifice the family for her happiness.
Mm-hmm.
So so that means if she sacrifices her family, that's the man, the husband, and the children.
No, brother. You're
make
making
sure her happiness is intact.
No, bro. I can't let you do that, brother. You said
most.
No, brother, because you're saying all women. We're not talking about all women. We're not talking about all women. We talk. Each situation is different. Just like we say, women are going off of are emotionally driven. Now we're talking about most women. Of course, we don't know every single woman on the planet is driven by her emotion, and she's incapable of being logical. We're talking in general, like most women. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a contradiction. What I said earlier, bro.
It is a contradiction, because you're saying if she will sacrifice the family for her happiness, that means she's going to put herself first. When it comes to if
the woman is married to another nigga, but I'm the nigga who decides to make her happy, then I'm correct. Because I'm the master of her feelings, her emotions.
But the divorce rate don't. But the divorce rate don't agree with you, right? The amount of relationships women are destroying does not agree with your sentiment. And women are divorced 800,000 times a year. So that's telling you one thing, right? They're getting the fuck out of there because they don't feel this is best for them, whatever that case may be, right? So once again, right, we got to stick with this is where the numbers come into play. And I'm not saying you're wrong in totality, right? But I am saying the numbers tell a story. Yes, have women went above and beyond for some guys in certain instances? Yes. I'm not saying that there's not women out here who have done some things for some guys. But in a long-term process of being with a woman, right, there is a high chance that you have to, for it to sustain, for sustainability, not short-term, but long-term, you would have to be able to endure that emotional roller coaster. And that even means, right, of a hostile environment, which she may have anger management issues, she may have insecurity issues, she might have whatever the issues may be. And for it to last, because we know that women will quit on you if you do not acquiesce to those things, she will leave. That's 100%.
Now, this is what I was trying
to
tell
you. So you saying, hold on, Seth, I apologize. So you saying every woman will leave?
Yep. If you do not acquiesce to her happiness and make her happy, or whatever it is that she's going through, and you do not fulfill that, 100% she will walk away from
you. Okay, now this goes back to what I just said.
I disagree with every woman, but go ahead.
This is what I was just trying to tell the brother. You disagreeing with me, but you're not disagreeing with me. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You're saying that a woman is driven off her emotions, right? And that a woman is going to put her happiness first, is what you're saying. Now, what I'm telling you is, even if that woman is married, she could be married to Jim, but but Jim's not making her happy. I'm Kevin, but if I make her happy, I control her happiness, right? So she might leave Jim, and she's doing dumb shit for Kevin. She's over here. I'm not taking care of her like her husband is, but I might be making her feel good. I might be fucking her in the way he ain't fucking her. I might be making her feel young again. She might like to get smutted out, but her husband don't want to smut her out. He look at her as some fucking pretty little princess, and then I'm dogging her out, and that's what she likes. That's what I'm trying to tell you is that, yes, you're correct in a woman is going to go by how she feels, and which is why I said earlier, you have to be the one that controls how she feels. The moment you can't do that no more, then you asked out.
And that's where a lot of men fall short, because if you think you can control a woman's emotions in the way she feels, you're asking for a tall order. Now, once again, you may have figured out something that where she dumped her husband for you, but they also said the second divorce is the divorce rate's even higher, right? So it doesn't mean that you guys are going to endure a long time either. So once again, women, this is why they like to have their own money and have their independence always intact, because they understand that they might not endure. They understand that they flip-flop. And we do have to acknowledge that feelings and emotions is fleeting, right? This is why men are better leaders, because I'm not saying we're not emotional, but we lean more on logic and solution-based, right? Because we understand that we need to be, level-headed. We need to understand we need to think clearly through some of these critical situations. You don't want to put a woman in that position because her emotions will mislead her. So we can't control women's emotions. We can't do it. That's impossible, right? Because she can love you today and hate you tomorrow, right? She can just wake up one morning and say, I don't feel this anymore. I don't want to be with him anymore. And there's nothing you can do about it. And this is happening to the men all across the world. And now we're in a, I guess, conversational piece where we're trying to figure out how to make this work again. But in my estimated opinion, last thing, you just roll the dice. That's why every time you're dealing with a woman or in a relationship, it's a gamble.
That's facts.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's any relationship. But
that's
one thing I would say.
That's any relationship. That's anytime you get a job, you rolling dice. Anytime you
crank your car.
Yeah, you crank your car up. That motherfucker might not start on you. But one thing is not gonna do, I might listen. I'm hard on the woman. I am. I'm very hard on the woman. I got I got high standards on what I want, but I'm never, ever, no matter how hard it get, I'm never finna be in a situation where I'm finna be a part of some pity party with, man, you bitches ain't shit, because I'm finna give me some pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not finna be in no men's group, and next thing you know, we're gonna be over here talking about semen retention and don't teach. I ain't got time for that shit.
Now, Sports TV. Don't think I'm talking about that we need to stop messing with them. I'm not saying that, right?
Okay.
I'm just giving some information and groundwork on how men to evolve into this union with women. Now, I think short term to me is more valuable, and obviously you do too, Sports TV. But most men are so under the long term, right? The marriage, the nuclear family. Because men believe in the nuclear family more than women. Period.
Yes. In this area, for sure. In this area, absolutely.
Yes.
I think you also got to make sure. Of course, I do agree. Women being led by their emotions. I agree with that. But the respect factor got to be there, regardless of what her emotions are like, right? Because the thing is that even in situations that I deal with, right? Even with situations like that, like, because my wife, I have an idea, she want to go, do this, and then I sit back and look at the situation. I'll be like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but not right now. Now we got a decision to make. You see what I mean? Is she gonna have the respect factor, or is she gonna keep going on and try to do something and create a problem? And so the thing about it is that if you've done what you're supposed to do at the beginning, it comes to your vetting and everything else, and the respect factor, it's gonna carry you a long way. Because again, somebody could, nothing is 100%, but in a lot of cases, if somebody respects your opinion or not as a man. If y'all in a dating stage or serious dating stages and she trying to do stuff without you, or she disregarding what you say, the relationship is over. But if you continue on, you deserve what you get. Because she already showed you at the very beginning that she ain't gonna respect you when she want to do what she want to do.
So I understand you right now. You have a good point. But this is what you have to understand too. This is the gamble. This is the risk. What makes a woman a liability is those emotions and the way she feels. Because in her mind, and this is why women have a very hard time, accepting accountability. They don't like to admit when they're wrong. They don't like
brother,
to.
We all liabilities, fam.
Well,
because
I'm just saying,
even with
I'm talking about in a relationship dynamic. In a relationship dynamic,
I'm saying
typically women don't like to lose, right? They play to win. Every argument, the argument is a game of inches, right? So I'm just saying, right? the emotional driven women are protected and have their own autonomy. So with that being said, you can, I would agree with you, real, sit back and try to make the more strong, because that's the dynamics, right? We men,
but I don't hold on, bro. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't think you understand what Rod Neal is saying. Rod Neal is saying, because I think Rod been married 17 years, something like that. But I think what he is saying that even though women are emotional, when you have that respect component is the foundation, it's the glue, it's the rock that even when my woman or my wife, and I could be speaking, I'm speaking for Rod Neal, and he could correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Even when his wife gets emotional, it goes back that she respects me so much that she doesn't let her emotions supersede her character.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and also too, to point out, like I was saying, like at the end of the day, and when you come to a relationship, it's all a gamble. There's none of this thing is 100%. My whole situation can change tomorrow. Now, hopefully, it don't. But here the thing is that we all can be liabilities in this situation with her emotions. And what if my decision making is bad? If I'm supposed to be the leader and my decision making is bad, I ain't gonna have nothing. Her emotions gonna carry her all past everything I'm trying to do. So we also have a part to play in that too. So my thing is that I'm not disregarding the fact that, women are led by emotions, but also I got a hand in that too. Now, how big of a hand in that, that depends on everybody's situation, because everybody's situation is not the same. But most times, not 100%, but most times, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as far as making decisions, I'm really not too much worried about that, fam. That again, that's the respect factor. If she respect, if my track record is 90% on decisions and is the right decision, then I ain't really got to be worried about what her emotions gonna take her, because she now she can look back on she can look back on past track record and be like, you know what, even though I want to do this, I know he ain't finna lead me down no ditch. Now, if you out here doing dummy missions and stuff like that, and stuff like that, making bad decisions, yeah, she led by her emotions, absolutely. Her emotions gonna tell her that she can't listen to you, fam.
Yeah.
And that's just like me personally, right? If a woman gets emotional, me, where I'm at in my life and how I handle it, I just don't even entertain it. That's what I do personally. If I know I'm right, if I'm standing on something, I'm not for to entertain her emotions, because I can't argue feelings. I can only argue facts. Period.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like if she's like Brother Rod Neal said, everything is gonna be a gamble. That's like at your job. Your job is a gamble. One, like you can start off with a great relationship. You get hired at this motherfucking job. Everything going good. 5 years into the fucking job, shit going bad. You don't like the decisions they making or whatever the case may be. You don't like how certain things is going. Okay, you might have to move and find you another job, right? That don't mean you were stupid forever working that job. That's an experience. That's something that you have to do, and that's what men and women are here. Women are here to be the helpmeet of men. Okay, they was designed for that. So we can't get frustrated to the point where we, she go, because if you start telling these young brothers, oh man, she could leave you any moment, then that's why these little niggas walking around here zesty and shit. Niggas scared already, scared.
And 7-8, before you move on to that point, and like 7-8 just said about a man going to work, with the mentality you give off, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You saying that, hey, I'm a tiptoe around work. I'm not gonna do my job to my full capacity just in case they fire me.
That's what it sounds like.
So I just would like to add, good points all y'all made. But I truly believe that most women are self-centered. They want the relationship to revolve around them, and they look for men that will cater to them. I don't believe women are catering to men, whether they're married or not. As long as that man's catering to her emotional need.
So you just saying the majority, right?
Yeah, majority. Well, I'm pretty much. I'm just gonna say, forget it. Just jump in there.
Hold on, watch this. I'm gonna kill you on. It's not all. I'm gonna tell. Listen, from experience. Hold on, listen. From experience, I'm gonna tell you it's not all.
Well, it don't matter because he's saying he think we all lying. I guess because if you saying all women, you believe that no woman is catering to a man. All right.
Okay, hold on, 7-8. I'm gonna go here real quick.
I don't know what that's about, bro.
All right, bro. Listen, and I'm not trying to stunt. This is not what I'm doing. I'm just giving an example. This is $700 road. Okay. I have a bunch of these, and I haven't bought a single one of them. I have a lot of expensive stuff that women have bought. So when you say that women are not doing stuff for men, man, that is a lie. I'm telling you. It's some women out here, if they into you, they will give you anything you desire. I know from experience, brother.
Well, we all do.
Right. Long as you serving them, right.
But listen, brother, you're acting like you don't have any responsibility as a man. You gotta lay pipe, homie. You gotta do something. You can't just be out here talking about bro. You talking like the woman. Oh, as long as you're doing something for her, then she'll do something. Of course, that's how life works.
That's what I was saying earlier. You got a responsibility to play. I just said.
This brother acting like he ain't got to do nothing. Like the woman's supposed to just when he wake up, he ain't got to go to work. He ain't got to do nothing. She supposed to just serve you.
Let me clarify something. We once again, right? Men, we take on the ideology of providing and protecting. That's not something that we're up for, and we don't have a problem with doing. So we're not here complaining about providing for women. That's not what the complaint is. The complaint is most men are not getting a reciprocated the sentiment back, right? That's
that's true.
Yeah,
you're moving the goalpost right now, though, family.
Right. I was just making that point there. That's all. I know what you're saying. What I was saying about the women looking for guys to work to serve them. I still stand on that.
Yeah, but then when I said, "Oh, you talking about some of all?" Then you stood on all, and I'm telling you that's not true, fam. Because I'm gonna tell you, Rod Neal. I don't even know Rod Neal. Never met the man, but I'm pretty sure Rod Neal can communicate things his wife does for him probably on a regular. And 7-8.
Man, all the time.
Yeah, that's
all the time.
So to say all, fam, you can't say all. Bro, I know a woman that bought a dude a $30,000 watch recently.
No, I know. That's why I said when I remember I told y'all it's women that do stupid stuff. I didn't have women do stupid stuff for me. Not even stuff that they should have done. I'm not saying that they should have did this. I'm not bragging on this. I'm just saying I know women who I'm a little embarrassed to tell the story, but I know women that have taken from their children to give to me.
Bro,
that's stupidity, but they've done it. You understand? Now, so you telling me women don't do this and women, I'm like, I don't know what women you talking about because it's some women out here now.
Or respectfully, like, so are you just talking about what you see, or are you talking about from experience? I'm just curious.
I wasn't talking about on the financial end. I never mentioned anything about finances or what they do.
Okay, so when you say, okay, all right, so let's go. Hold on. So when you say women are not, okay, so let's take finances out of it. So when you say women are not doing things for men, give us context. Because when you say women are not doing things for men, so if it's not, because I done proved to you, I got a bunch of $700 rolls. I ain't bought a single one. I can buy them, but hey, they always been gifts. Okay, I got a Gucci watch on. I didn't buy this. A woman bought this. So I can sit up here and talk about a whole bunch of things women bought. So if it's not that, tell me what are you talking about? Because are you talking about women are not being domesticated? I can tell you that's a lie.
I didn't. So let me tell you my statement.
Talk to me.
I said women are looking for men who can serve them. That's what I said. I didn't say that they don't buy stuff for me. I ain't get into all that yet. That's a whole other conversation.
You said women don't do nothing for me.
All women. This is why they push the level of monogamy, right? This is why women want their own man and they don't want to share him.
Sir, respectfully, did you not say women don't do anything for men? Did you not say that?
No, I didn't say that. I said women look for men to serve them. That's my
my brother. Yes, you did. A few minutes ago, you said all women.
Yeah, I said all women are looking for men to cater to them. That's what I said. That's what I said.
So you know we being recorded, right?
Right. You want it back. I'm 100% saying you didn't say. I never said that a woman didn't buy a man anything. I didn't. That's a whole nother conversation.
No. You didn't say buy. You said women don't do anything special for men, and you said all.
I didn't say that. It's understandable because sometimes things get made.
All right, so give us some context, though. I would love to hear this. I want to hear the context.
Yeah. I'm just saying, is women looking for men to serve them. Even some women will buy that monogamous type of feeling, right? They'll buy it or get a gift to man if she feels that he's serving her the way she wants to be served.
And that's what he's supposed to do.
Women look at men. When they look for men, they look for someone who's going to cater to some of them, and then there's different levels. Some want money, some want emotional intelligence. Some
like 78 Sam, family, isn't it an even exchange though? Because you looking for a woman that's gonna heed to your instructions.
So once again, it's not an even exchange because here's the problem, right? Now I'm gonna say this is the majority. The majority of men pay bills, all the bills, majority, right? They take care of the women all. There are outliers, right? That some guys that get gifts and got some swaggy. But we're speaking to average men, and we're speaking to the majority.
Yeah, the average man makes more money than women, and I don't know why women think that women make more than men. That's not true. The average man makes $52,000 to $54,000 a year. The average woman makes like $45,000 to $47,000 a year.
But that's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying
no, I'm just substantiating that because somebody gonna hear this and possibly be like, he's not telling the truth. I'm substantiating your point with the stats.
Okay. So what I'm saying is most men, right? Because there's women movements out here, right? Broke energy, I don't need a man. These movements exist, right? Mm-hmm. And what all I'm saying is there are women out here who they are idolizing themselves as, what I'm saying is when the men date them, that man's getting interviewed. She's dictating play. Women are dictating the date market. Women are dictating the relationships. Women are dictating the marriage. Period. Right? Women are dominating those. Women are dominating those. Right? And because everything is about catering to them. Right? You need to make six figures. All those. I'm not saying that money's the only thing, but there are nuance. Right? But depending on the level of beauty. But women are dictating the date market by saying when that guy sit in front of them. Right? Women ask you, so where you taking them to eat? It depends on where you're taking them to eat. If you say the wrong restaurant, she could block you, literally, right? Women are moving like that. Then there's women out here that are educated at the elite level, right? They're sleeping their way to the top. They are saying, I'm not marrying anybody unless you equal or you make more than me. Now, there is a few instances, Blu-ray, to your point, of women dating down for power because women like power and sex, right? So they will, some of the rich men, he don't want to give up his options. He wants to be a player. So some women are coming down a little bit to get a guy they can control and have the dominance over, right? But for the most part, right, in large, women who are educated and of high value in their mind won't settle for anybody who they think is beneath them. And this is where this is where the divide is at right now in our conversations. Now, and the last point, and I'm gonna land it. Women look at men as women want men to be females, right? They want us to embody all the things of a female, right? Because women look at us as servants.
What? Hey, bro, that don't make sense right there, bro.
Women look at us as servants. This is why women are moving.
Hold on. You on the monologue, but I'm trying to figure out how do women listen. We got a woman on the panel and she's been quiet. Do you agree with this brother about that women want men to be females or act like females?
No.
That's why women support the LGBTQ community more than any gender, without a doubt.
Yeah, but that mean those are feminist women though. Conservative women don't support that.
Let me read the super chat real quick. Shout out to the what's that? Prod Rodriguez in the super chat. Much love, much appreciation, family. What's your real name, bro? Because you know, YouTube changed the thing, man, and I know you got a rent, so I know who you is. But this, I don't know. They got your fake name up here. Your at. He says, he might be a Sigma male doing semen retention. Well, and then, what's McCall here? Del Reeves says wants to know if you have a woman, brother.
He said he was married.
Okay, so the brother's married.
Who's married?
I thought you said you was married.
No, I'm not married. I'm me and Sports TV.
We can tell.
No. Who you said you?
Oh, they go Kristen. I deal with multiple women.
Okay, all right. So you deal with multiple women. Okay. So now, all right. Now, yeah. I just, as far as the women wanting men to be the women, I think some women do that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't think I ain't never experienced that to my recollection. A woman wanting me to do no womanly shit, but like I feel like this. Depending on what type of vibe you on, or what type of women you're attracted to, or what type of women you choose to deal with. Because I know earlier you was talking about the brother, the brother I brought up his point. He was saying how he might feel like the grass ain't green on the other side, and that's all he can. Like me, I don't understand that because it's always more options. There's way too many women out here. It's way too many women out here to accept disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna accept it. And when a woman knows you ain't going to accept it, a woman she tend to get her mind right when 100%. When she know that you will accept it or you will be a doormat. She's gonna do what you do, the doormat. She's gonna step on you. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about that, man. I'm not finna be with no chick that don't. And I think that to go back to another point you brought up, when you deal in a relationship, okay, we both have roles. A man has a role. He has a job to do. He has a responsibility, okay, to himself and to the relationship, to the woman. The woman has a role. She has a nature, and she has to do what she's supposed to do as a woman in that relationship, and by what's true to her nature. Now, if you, the moment one person decides they ain't doing their role, that's when things gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean? So I can't come into the relationship like, okay, this woman has to do everything for me, and I'm not finna do shit for her, because I instantly then become a bum ass Pookie sitting on the fucking couch, you know what I'm saying, waiting for her to come home from work, smoking weed all in the damn house, Cheeto wrappers all over the goddamn floor. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, if you're doing shit like that, it don't matter how good you fucking her. That's only gonna last before she get undigmatized. You know what I mean? Because you ain't doing shit. You're gonna have to give some. You have to put gasoline in your vehicle. You got to put oil in that engine, right? It's give and take. You know what I'm saying? You're not a sucker because you want your woman to be happy or satisfied. She's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be, and that's what you're supposed to do. Now, once you start going overboard, and you're not getting no return on your investment, now you have a problem.
100%.
Now I agree, and one thing I want to add too. Now, again, there are some roles that just, hey, this is what a man's supposed to do, and this is what a woman's supposed to do, and it's just non-negotiable. But then there's other roles you got to understand. Whatever life is at, you might have to adjust. That's why you call them seasons. And a lot of times people don't survive the season. Now I'm gonna use this, and I can use my own personal experience as this. Like for the longest time, especially before I started working 100% remote 3 years ago. My wife used to always get home before me, so she did more stuff
Right.
when it came to the house. Now, because I do work 100% remote, the seasons change. I'm here, so I do more stuff on certain situations because that's just the season, and I don't have a problem with it. How stupid would it be for me? I'm sitting here to be like, well, you home now. You home now, so you need to go on to start dinner or something. Like, that's stupid. Yeah, I ain't gonna stay married long, bro.
That's some lazy nigga shit. But
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the seasons change. That don't mean that don't make me less of a man because the season changed. I'm still make the primary decisions at the end of the day, but the seasons change. So you make the adjustments. I'm here. You see what I mean? So it don't make sense to be like, well, you used to do this for the last 10 years or so I don't know why we changing now. oh, since you want me to change, you must want to be served more. Like that don't make sense, fam. It don't.
Yeah. That's a good point. In the relationship, you're gonna have moments where, like you say,
give and take.
Give and take, and you have to have that to have a successful relationship. Like you say, like Rod Neal just brought up, like I told y'all last week, because I've been blessed and put myself in a situation to be able to work for myself and have my own business. My kids were with me. They didn't go to daycare and all that. They was with me. I'm working from home. I'm taking care. When I'm running, ripping and running, doing this and doing that, my kids was with me until it was time for them to age enough for them to go to school. But by the time they went to school, they already knew their ABCs. They knew how to write their name, all that. And I did that. Right now, I did that because I'm at home with my baby. That's what the fuck I'm supposed to do. If my wife was at home, that's what she was supposed to do, right? I'm not saying that to get, oh man, that's good. You supposed to do. No, that's what you're supposed to do as a parent. See what I'm saying? But some men feel like, well, that's
I'm too masculine.
Yeah. That's the woman job. I ain't finna sit down and do no ABCs and all that dumbass shit, nigga. Nigga, that's the woman job. Nigga, I ain't got teachers. Cause for real, my cousin told me, he said, man, he came over one day. This was years ago, early 2000s. And he came over, he called me and said, hey, I'm outside. I'm like, man, why you tell me you coming over? Whatever, right? He's like, I got a bottle. I said, all right, man, you come up, but I'm doing something with my baby. So we doing the flashcards and shit, right? And so he's sitting there, he frustrated. I could see him over there frustrated. Like he ain't even doing shit, but he frustrated. So when she get done with her flashcards and stuff, he like, man, I don't know how you do that. I said, what? Man, I don't know how you got the patience for that, bro. I ain't got the patience for it. They be getting the questions wrong. I'll be ready to snap. I said, nigga, because you a dumbass nigga. The fuck you mean? You ready to snap on your kids because they get something wrong. You finna sit up in here and fucking drink this whole goddamn bottle of fucking E&J, but you talking about you ain't got the patience to teach a fucking kid how to fucking read, man. You's a stupid motherfucker, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just a big goofy. Let me see here.
Hey.
Women.
Hey,
That's
salute to
phenomenal.
y'all. I'm finna drop down though. Salute to y'all, fam.
Hey man, we finna get up out here too.
We about to shut the show down anyway.
Yeah, shout out to Phenomenal Mexican. Okay, bro. Now I remember. I know. I'm saying, man, who the hell? I know this person somewhere. Okay, shout out to my brother Phenomenal Mexican. It's all good, bro. Appreciate you. And then we got Anthony Bolden, the homie in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love. So relationships are always transactional. Let me see. I can't see. So that doesn't mean you are a lame. You just set the rules, and she will cooperate. Great leaders put in work. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to give and take in every relationship, whether that relationship be at your job, whether that be with a woman, whether that be a friendship. It's give and take. You know what I'm saying? If anybody who try to flex on me like it's some one-sided friendship or something, I ain't calling that nigga. That nigga got called me, dog. Nah, I ain't texting that nigga. That nigga got text me. Nigga, fuck you, bro. Bye, nigga. What the fuck you think
Real talk.
Yeah, nobody doing that shit. But anyway, man, this was a good show. Thank y'all for coming up here and cooking with us, man. And thank you to the sister K. The
You're
brother
welcome.
Yes, indeed. Brother Ruthless Truth coming up here. Rod, Neal, all the brothers, BVO and everybody who came up here, man. Appreciate y'all, man. My brother Blu-ray. And we will see y'all next week. Peace.
Thanks for the come up. Thank you. Have a good day.
Peace.